Heavenly Father, we worship you today. We thank you for blessing our efforts here today. Lord, we thank you. We praise you for just keeping us in your care. Lord, bless our efforts here today with Conversations of the Soul and touch the listeners, encourage someone wherever they may be. In your precious name, in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
So, welcome to Conversations of the Soul. I am Dr. Kiki Michelle.
I am Coach Kendall Anderson.
And Mr. Carlyle.
And we are your co-hosts of Conversations of the Soul. It has been such a blessing to be with you every week, week in and week out. And we're hoping that somehow you are being blessed, regardless of your views on anything. We're just talking and quote unquote keeping it real. So today we're going to talk about leveling up. Like, how do we level up? Are you ready to level up? We do a lot of talking, but we want to make sure people are putting that talk into action. So what do you guys think about our topic tonight?
I think it's a great topic. I think it's something that can apply universally. You know, leveling up is, really taking ownership of your stuff, the good, the bad, and the ugly, as I like to call it. So now I think it's a great topic for tonight's show.
Awesome. What do you think?
Well, this always taking it to the next level on my side because, we love just having that bridge, to just journey, keep things going and rise to the top. That's what it's all about, leveling up, stand up for what your goals are and what you're trying to do in life, and just take it to the next level. That's what I like about it.
Awesome. So when we're talking about leveling up, I think of just moving from a thought into action. I think of moving from maybe the storefront to the office park. I'm thinking in terms of what we naturally have been gifted with, moving it into greatness. I think of taking ourselves to another level in our spiritual walks, in our time when we're in a world where everybody does not believe. Well, will that stop you from growing in your spiritual walk? I also think about, leveling up in education. College is not for everybody. We should stop drilling that into our kids. You're going to college, when people don't go to college and they can step right into a six-figure income with zero debt. So just thinking about, reframing our world so that if God gives us grace and we're here this time next year, we'll be at another place physically, mentally, spiritually, intellectually, educationally. So that's what it means to me to level up. Next level. How are we going to get there?
Take that elevator.
Jump.
Go up to the next level, second floor, third floor.
Yes, absolutely. It's important because everything that our Creator made, everything that He created that grows, it changes, it evolves. Mm-hmm. Like when you plant those seeds, they grow up.
Yeah. So
we are supposed to do the same. We're supposed to grow. We're supposed to change. We're supposed to evolve. Nothing that is real stays the same. And why do we get upset or afraid or somehow we lose our nerve when it comes to time for us to level up?
Absolutely. And to add to what you're saying, because you're saying it so beautifully, when you change, evolve, and when you grow, there's also things that in order to do that, you must let go. And I think nature teaches us that in the fall season. The fall season, the spring, the summer, the leaves are blossoming, it's growing, it's evolving, it's mature. But fall season, they must fall off because there's going to be a new season coming. So to me, in order to level up, I think you have to do some critical thinking and question your beliefs. If your beliefs aren't serving you, whether it's politics, whether it's your relationships, whether it's your religion, if it's not serving you, question it. It's okay to question your beliefs, because oftentimes people question the truth more than they question their own belief.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Well, it's a time when people have to realize, okay, you can't just stay at that same ground floor. You know, you really have to think and 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 gravitate and just go up to the next level. You know, increase your thought and your mind. You know, your mindset, uh, and reaching those goals. You know, setting a path that you want to take in life to go to the next level, to pull someone up as you go as well. You know, so and giving encouraging words to others to help them go to that next level. Uh, Never looking down on anybody. You know, and always uh, just increasing on your faith and your growth in life. You know, so it can be a better person. You know, so.
Absolutely. Um, and that's so powerful because we never look down on somebody. Like you're leveling up, you're moving on, doors are opening for you. You like you're living with your best life and on and on and on. But we still don't get this opinion that, well, hey, I put my time in. And I think that's what a lot of people have the reputation of doing, whether it's true or not. I'm not here to judge. But once they've actually gotten to a certain level and quote unquote made it, people say, oh, well, you know what? They don't even come back and give back. We have a need over here. They're not helping.
You better than.
Yeah. Now they think they all
that. Okay. Bag of donuts. You know. Oh no.
Right. Yeah. So as we're leveling up, there's going to be conversations that we must switch off in our own minds. Like there's things that as you move into uncharted territories that you have to just understand, I gotta go with the flow. Like I don't know, how to operate a bank, but if I'm gonna open one, I'm gonna do what I need to do to learn the logistics of how I need to be certified and what I can and can't do to open a bank if that's what I was trying to do. So we never let anything become an excuse in the journey towards leveling up. You will have people around you saying, "You doing what? Oh, okay. Yeah, let us know how that goes." But you got to silence them and your own negative stinking thinking, right?
Absolutely.
Have a plan, move forward, take it to the next level, celebrate your success. You might be the only person that looks like you that goes into these different areas. And you have to be okay with that. You can't feel guilty because it was you and not somebody else. You can't feel like you need to hold your head down because people are looking at you like, well, what are you doing here? Just go. Just go for it. Like, I think it's so much to our lives that we have just not even tapped into. As humans, we're just sitting here like, oh, well, long as I have my one sweet pea and my half a glass of water, I'm okay. Well, maybe, our creator wants you to own the whole sweet pea field. You got to take the limits off.
Yes, you got to take the limits off. Taking the limits off is to your thinking. I think we have to become more critical thinkers in this day and age, because there's so much deception going on in the world today. I mean, think about the politics that we're living in. Think about, religion. Think about your relationships. There's a lot of manipulation in that. Think about businesses. Think about school. I mean, everything you have to critically think beyond what they're giving us. And like you were saying earlier, Dr. Kiki, about your critics. Critics, I feel they stop growing and evolving themselves, so they put the focus on you. You've outgrown them. That comes with change. And I heard someone say this, and it stuck with me for a while. When you're at the bottom, it's lonely at the bottom. But then I heard someone else say that it's lonely at the top. So if I had to choose which way I'm going to go, let me continue to evolve, because I'd rather be at the top of who I am, or who God, the creator, created me to be, than to be at the bottom being someone else that I'm not, and I'm miserable. So if I'm going to be at the top lonely, I trust that once I get there, I'm going to attract the right kinds of people around me, because I would hate to be at the bottom hanging out with my friends and it look like everybody's with me when they're really not.
Wow.
And we don't want to be like crabs in a barrel, just stuck there, everybody,
Right.
Every time one make a move to go up, someone is pulling them back down, you know. And so you don't want to be like crabs in the barrel and be stuck in that one frame of mind. So you want to just enrich yourself and just go forward, you know, just, hey, climb out of that situation, wherever it might be, you know, and life have you down a minute, you know. Even the pandemic has so many people so down right now, and in their thoughts, you know, and things that they're doing, you know, they're not, they're like, wow, I feel so miserable. I don't want to do anything, you know. I can't go anywhere, you know. So they take it out on everybody that's around them, you know, and they're not really fulfilling their life expectancies. So, you know, it's just something that they want to do, but then they don't want to just, hey, I'm going to just do it anyway. You know, I'm going to just make a move and start doing these things. We just stuck there, you know, and this pandemic can have you feeling like, oh, I don't want to do nothing but lay here, you know, and draw unemployment. You know, I don't want to get out, find no new job anywhere because they're not going to be paying me anything. And then they're just taking up my time being there. We went in the store today and it was maybe like 5 customers in there in a big department store. You're like, wow, where, you know, where the customers are, you know? So just like in business, you know, and I feel sorry for some of these big box stores, you know, and it's no customers. You used to see them, I mean, people everywhere shopping, and you know, it's first of the month. So, you know, usually people got money first of the month, getting their checks, you know, and going out and spending time with their family shopping. It's not even that going on. The parking lots are empty, you know, and so, you know, it's really sad, you know, that you see this going on, and you're seeing, you know, the economy, the way that it's going right now, you know, and a lot of stores closing up, and a lot of major, you know, retailers, you know, they're struggling, you know, to make ends meet, you know, filing bankruptcies, you know, and so it's a whole different ball game now in retail than it used to be.
I know you have a retail background, but listen, with Amazon and Walmart and all these companies that deliver, it's a cha-ching day, okay? They ain't letting nothing stop them.
You're right.
And I think you need to check, you know, chill out because all these deliveries keep coming. But anyway, so
yeah, box after box after box. It's okay with me because, you know, we don't have to go out and get anything. You know, just come into the door. You know what I mean? Hey, it is what it is.
The shipping people be like, oh, hey, how y'all doing that? You know. Okay, so y'all know y'all by name.
Right. Even grocery now. Grocery people are delivering and curbside. Right. You know, you call in your whole grocery list now and go right to Walmart or stores, Publix, you know.
Pick it up.
Boom, and just drive to the curb and pick it up, you know.
So, I mean, we know things are changing, but let's be clear. Everybody's not scuffling and struggling and down and out during this time. Like most of 2020, several people have made more money than they have ever made in life. Mm-hmm. Several people have created businesses that no one expected would flourish, and they're on the top of everything. And some people have actually started jobs, and now they're starting at the bottom floor. Now they're the manager. So I don't think that the God I serve is limited by any pandemic. Right. That's why I want to talk about, it's a lot going on, but it's time for you to level up. And no matter what, stop giving yourself excuses. Yes. Like, if you look hard, anybody can find an excuse. Oh, it's raining today. Oh, wow. Oh, it snowed again last night. You can look, I mean, you could just open your eyes and say, I'm alive today. Anything can be an excuse. But we have to stop giving ourselves excuses, because my Bible tells me the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the righteous. Mm-hmm. This is your time to assume your authority and your position and to level up and get up out of that box and change that, oh, I don't know, mindset, thinking. Yeah, like, I don't know. Yes, you do. You know, do it. And so it was something Coach K said about critics. And then Mr. Carlyle said something similar. I want us to make a commitment, like, an individual commitment.
Mm-hmm.
If you are watching this or you're sharing it or you're just strolling through and you catch this show, make a commitment to yourself to not answer and respond to your critics. Don't, hey, they're talking for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And if you was just sitting there doing nothing, they still be talking.
Still be talking.
Now you trying to build you a whole shopping empire or whatever it is you're trying to do, you know, they talking. When you take a moment to respond to your critics, we call them haters. I mean, whatever word we use, you know, oh y'all just jealous, whatever word we
Leeches.
right.
Yeah.
Those type of people. We all hear through the rumor mill, girl, she said this, man, oh, because I heard that. The moment we take our eyes off of our goals and the prize, we're losing ground. So let's make a commitment not to even respond to critics. Because when somebody balls up their mouth and tell a lie on you, like we used to call it a bald-faced lie, okay? It's not for you to go and track it down and try to prove, oh, no, that's not what happened. Oh, no, that's not what was said. You need to use that energy that you would have used to put somebody in their place to move that much closer to your goal. See, we need to start answering people like that with success, with your own success. Now, you're not doing nothing just so you can say, I'm going to show them. But stay committed to your goals, because what would normally have taken 10 months in this season, it may take you 2 months if we're committed and not on this distraction thing. Because here's the deal. By the time you respond to one critic, it's something else to respond to this person. Oh no, but you calling me, but you need to be calling them. Now you done made 10 phone calls trying to get to the bottom of who said what. Who cares? Like, if they're not in your plan of things you're trying to accomplish, if they're not a decision maker on certain things that you are conscientiously trying to bring to life, let's make a commitment in 2021. We're not even going to answer our critics. The best response you can give is silence.
Absolutely. Because I feel, and I've learned this myself, that you have critics before you are successful. You can just look like you about to do something. You can just look like you are somebody, which you are somebody, but you can just look like you have a divine plan. You can just look like, you're intelligent. You can just look like, this person look like they about to go somewhere. Your critics are already there. To me, your critics are preparing you for your greatness, but you have to overcome them before you get successful. Because about time what we call successful comes, it might be too late, because no matter what you do, the simplest things that the average person will do, because you're successful or you're in the limelight, is more magnified there. So that's why I love what Dr. Kiki was saying. Sometimes your silence speaks volumes. In fact, there's more in silence than there is in chatter.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've learned that through meditation. There's a lot more going on when you're silent than when you're talking, because when you're talking, you're not really listening anyway. So those that's talking about you, you're just talking based on their perception of themselves, but it's being projected out on you.
Absolutely.
Because during that silence moment that you have, let God speak to you. That's a quiet time right there. Be silent sometimes. Let God speak to you and encourage you to go forward and take you up to that next level. To invite you up to a certain atmosphere. And one thing about life is it's always ups and downs, but it could be more ups than downs. But still use that downtime to pull yourself up. Learning how to increase. In that season, because every month is a new challenge. As we go forth, it's a new month. It's February now. We didn't bypass a whole month already.
It's
just
my birthday month. Yes.
And yes, February.
Oh yeah, February.
Happy
Pisces.
birthday to Dr. Kiki Michelle.
Thank you. All month I'm
month
celebrating.
long,
I'm
so-
all
Yes.
year too. No.
So but that's what you need to do. Encourage yourself to just celebrate life. I mean, every day. not just one day, every day, and you feel good about it, and don't pull yourself down. Keep inspiring yourself to get up, to take the next step, then the next step, then the next step till you reach your goal.
Absolutely. Because at a point, while we're talking about leveling up, the way I respond before I quote unquote reach a certain level of success is the way I'm going to respond once I've reached the next level. So that's why it's so important for us to go through when you're going through and you're being accused of stuff, or they talk about you ostracizing, they know more about your business than you know it. How you respond before you get to the destination of leveling up says a lot about how you're going to respond when you get there. Like, the old you can't go to the new location,
That's right.
right? You can't be up there, snatching your wig off, taking your jewelry off, like they used to, put your Vaseline on, taking your earrings off. Like, we get to a place and then we ruin it because we don't know how to act, or we're trying to emulate what worked back then
Right.
with what's where we are now, and it don't work like that. So we've got to study silence. We've got to study saying, you know what? Let me write down my goals, write the vision, make it plain. Let me write down my goals and accomplish them. When nonsense comes up, you don't have time because remember, you got that list that keeps growing every day, right?
Hmm.
So that's how you level up. You have to level up sometimes even in your religious environments.
Yes.
Like, some people are just sitting in the same place for 20, 30, 40 years, spiritually dying
Hmm.
or spiritually dead. Yep, I come in, I sing, I usher, whatever it is I'm doing, but there's no growth.
Right.
And at a point, the Lord has already given you the signal. Okay, girl, man, it's time to roll. And we act like we didn't hear him because, like, what? No, I'm comfortable right here. What? And we're sitting there and we refuse to level up. Like, God has given us all individual gifts and talents. And where you're supposed to go and where you're supposed to go and where I'm supposed to go, it might be all the way different. We all have our own journeys. We might cross paths here and there, but we're accountable to do something with that. And there's people along the journey who need what you would bring to the place that you would meet them. But if you never go because you haven't leveled up yet, you still haven't said, yes, Lord, or okay, I'm going to go ahead and see, I'm going to try, then what about those that you would have been able to positively impact that nobody else will because you were the one that was supposed to help them? So
Absolutely.
why are we stuck in these organizations and not doing what God tells us to do?
Well, from what I've learned and what I experience, especially in the religious world, is oftentimes there's no answers. There's doctrine. There's repeated cycles. There's always hope, and hope is good. Don't get me wrong, but there's always belief, but never coming to knowing. And we don't critically, again, going back to what I said before, we don't question our beliefs. Some beliefs I've learned in religion aren't even biblical. I hit a nerve right there. I
Well,
know I did. Some of the
well,
beliefs that that we believe aren't even biblical. It's what the preacher said, or it's what mama and daddy done said, or it's what our church affiliates are saying. But we never question why. It's okay to question why. But the problem is this, Dr. Kiki and Mr. Carlyle, they told us never question authority. So that's a belief that now we have to now critically think about, at least to 2021 and beyond. Why would they tell us not to question authority when if we have any doubt, you should question authority. In fact, you should question why are you just believing what they are saying as truth. It's okay to question authority because they're not the end all and be all of everything, especially over your life. Dr. Kiki, you said it best. For me, just existing isn't the answer. You got to show up. You have to level up because only you can be able to express the things that God placed in you, and only you can be able to deliver to the people that you are supposed to deliver to. So if you don't show up, those people can be lost. You're here for a reason. We're all connected, but something that's in you must be said. Something in you must come across to your audience in order for them to now be impacted and grow. And when I was start learning about myself, even my initials, I learned about KA, which I say Ka. I learned way back in ancient texts. A lot of the ancient texts, even the Bible even speaks of, and I won't go there, but the word, the letters Ka, Ka, it meant life force or soul. And someone told me a part of my mission I am the key to help unlock other people's soul that have been darkened by belief. And in order for to do that, I have to first show up and unlock myself and then spread that good news so that their light can shine, because the light is the same light that's in me is within them. We're all connected, but sometimes we are all blinded by our own belief system. Now we're starting to move in the age, because we're in the information age, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
it has to be more than believing. There's a lot of knowledge out there, but without applied knowledge, what good is the knowledge anyway? So we're moving into, I think, a different age of now knowing. You know, I think the Bible speaks about knowing, doesn't it? About meditation, and you should know the truth, and the truth shall what? Set you free. The question I have then, are we afraid of the truth?
Yeah.
Have we become afraid of ourselves? Because I've learned this, some people are afraid to succeed.
Yeah.
That is so true.
Yeah. That's something to think about.
Yeah.
And that's the scary part about it. You know, they don't want to succeed, you know, because they're afraid. You know, they're afraid of what may happen, what challenges it's going to bring. You know, they don't want to work. A lot of people don't even want to work hard. So that's the main reason. They don't want to work for whatever they want to be successful. You know,
Yes.
get out there and challenge others and challenge the world. You know, to make a change. You know, and just learning things and reading about things. You know, they don't want to take that step and going forward. You know, and it's a process. You know, so you want to take one step at a time to learn these things, and just start a business alone. You know, it's a challenge. You know, it's a huge step, and even from just getting a bank loan, you know, trying to get started, you know, so, you know, and you don't want to really use your own money. So, you know, use other people's money. You know, that's the key. Get other people's money, you know, and call on the banks, the investors, you know, and let your money sit right here for a rainy day, you know, for right now, you know, and have a challenge yourself to just go forward and do something, you know, different like that, you know, and with even working with Kiki, you know, she loves to stay busy. She loves to challenge. She loves to keep things going and new jobs. You know, every day is a new adventure. So you know, and I love it. You know, because we always stay busy and challenging things and looking, just doing research on a lot of things that we do. So there's always a challenge here. And always leveling up.
Every day. Every day. You know, I thought of something as you both were speaking back and forth. At a point while we are evaluating ourselves and our situation and our goals and what we aspire to have versus what we have, or where we aspire to be versus where we are. You know, there's times when you're going to have to say no. There's times you're going to have to be like, you know what? I'm out. It's been good. You know, peace. You know, there's times when your decisions that you've thought about, you prayed about, that you've vetted, that you have, you know, you've connected the dots on, make sure this makes sense. It may not be popular to other people, but in you leveling up, you have to do what's best for who?
You.
You. You know, because believe you me, when other people get ready to level up, they're not calling you, girl, what you think I ought to do about doing. Man, let me bounce something off you. What you think? No. You hearing about it. When you're not hearing, oh, we finna go try to apply for a house. Oh, we finna go try to apply for a car. No, they're inviting you to the housewarming, or they're driving up in your car, blowing in your driveway, blowing the horn. You know, sometimes we gotta move in silence. Sometimes you have to keep what it is you're trying to do between just you and those that on a need to know basis.
That's powerful.
Pray about it and move on, because people will see you venturing to open up a new business, and then they'll work behind your back and contact zoning or some other person in position to say so and so trying to do so and so. When that application come up, put it in trash. Or so you wouldn't do that. It sounds evil that somebody else would do it, but that's the world we live in. So now you're sitting up talking about, oh wow, we go, oh I can't wait, oh yeah, we doing this, and now you've given your enemy the blueprint to sabotage your plan and your success. So as you're leveling up, you need to be praying to your Heavenly Father for direction. Talk to those, your business partners, your spouse, the people that are your investors, and everybody else don't need to know nothing, you know, because while you would work towards, girl, let me see what I can do for you. Man, hold on, let me contact my people. Other people don't do that, and they get jealous. And like I'll say, you know what? Okay, well listen, I'm gonna be praying. When I say I'm gonna be praying, I know how to get to the throne. Okay, I know how to get to the throne, the heavenly throne. But some people pray, and they pray, and they'll bring out a whole altar to pray against what it is that you're doing. So then you think, oh man, why can't I ever catch a break? Or, oh, stuff just don't happen. Because you're doing this all the wrong way.
Absolutely.
Like, just accomplish your goals. Be committed to go the distance. And answer your critics with your success. Don't answer them with a comment, response, an email, a phone call, or let me send my representative over there. No. You know, let's do this thing right.
Absolutely. And I think too, I think to add to what you're saying, Dr. Kiki, I get it. I get why people sometimes run their mouth. And the reason why I say that is because you're excited. You have this big vision, you have this big dream, you have this big idea. And it's not that you're running out telling people that you don't know. It's not that you're going out even telling people on social media, which people do. I've learned this. You have to even be silent around the people that's around you. Sometimes you got to be silent around your family. Sometimes you got to be silent among your partner, your spouse, your children, because sometimes I've learned this, your spouse can become your enemy at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if there's competition, if there's envy, if there's jealousy. I mean, brothers and sisters, they could be fighting all day. It doesn't mean that they truly are your true brother and sisters. I have a lot of brothers and sisters that are not my blood. Now, granted, I got two beautiful sisters. We truly are close and tight, so I'm thanking God for that. But nonetheless, I have acquired other brothers and sisters outside of that fold because they are what? They see me for who I am. But then those that are around me who could have been my brothers and sisters don't see me in the same way. They see you in a different way. And that's why for me, I had to learn to even get outside of the environment I grew up in, Dr. Kiki, because they didn't see me. They only saw me when I was this small. And as I grew, they still saw me this small. So how am I going to be anything or anybody around people that's thinking too small? So you have to make a sound decision for your own personal life. And I took off, man. And I'm that's the one thing I'm not going to ever do is look back.
Okay, that part. That's the next step.
And that's what I like about,
don't look back.
Don't look back. That's right.
Or you might turn to a pillar of salt. Remember Lot's wife.
I love that. Pedal to the metal and keep going.
There you go.
I love it.
I'm telling you. And that's successful by itself. People don't have no idea. That takes courage. Yes. People that be talking junk and complaining about, I'm ready to move, I'm ready to do something, didn't do nothing yet. But here you done moved silently and moved everything, and they're still talking, but yet you're still moving. I'm a living witness. You got to keep moving, because people, they're still waiting on Jesus to do something. And the Bible doesn't even say anything about that. That's just another belief. The Bible even speaks of greater works will you do. So you're saying, I'm ready to start this business. I'm waiting on Jesus. I'm waiting for this man. I'm waiting for this woman to come in my life. Jesus, send them. But right now I'm going to be married to Jesus. Jesus is saying, hey, come on now. Greater works will you do. You got to put the work in, somebody. You got to do it. Yeah. I'm sorry. I get so excited and passionate about it.
That's what it is.
Yes.
We're going to pass the offering tray.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, because that's hitting the nail on the head right there. Because that's it's so important, because just jumping out there by faith, you get things going, and I myself, I never have to or ask someone for permission. Oh, you think I should do this? You think I should do that? I took it upon myself to get out there when it was time for me to move, to go to another state, or move for a job. Once I got the information about the move, I began preparing myself, quietly. I didn't make no announcements, that I was leaving. Next thing you knew, boom, I was at another state and moving forward with the next job, whatever it was, and sometimes you had to do that, quietly, prepare yourself and mentally to make that next move. And then when you make the next move, then everybody was like, wow, I didn't know he was going to be doing that. I didn't know he's in another state, Ohio or New York or Atlanta.
Chicago.
Wherever, I didn't know anybody in Chicago when I moved out there. It was a job opportunity, and me and another friend had an opportunity to go out there and we were going out to open up a store, and he was the manager, I was assistant manager. He was like, "Bro, I need an assistant manager. I need someone to help me out and have my back. I know you can do the job, no problem. The new store is going to be opened up and after the 4th of July. We have a month to get there." It was just like we was on tour. We drove all the way across. We drove all the way across country. Up Michigan, all over to get to Chicago. And it was like a journey. And I'm driving a U-Haul and he driving a Spitfire sports car. And we just made the journey ourselves and to go to this. It was like we didn't have a clue where we was going. We just had the address and name of the mall and all like that to open up a new store. Everything around it was brand new. It was like you going to an open cornfield and all you see was a big mall. They was just steady building homes out there, as well as people moving out there, apartments, homes. Everything was new. I was like, oh wow! I said, it was so new. You could smell the paint in the store, in the whole mall and stuff. It was a whole new mall. I was like, wow, this is different. And it was like, okay, we're gonna make this happen. And I was glad that I did it. Was able to do so, and the company paid our way. We had $2,000 or $3,000 in our pocket, just cash money, just to make things happen, and getting an apartment and all like that. We stayed in the hotel for about 3 months before our apartment got ready, and the company was paying for it. So we didn't have no worries about that. And we had a plant hanging up in the hotel room, just like we were living in. The maid come by every day, and it was like, wow, how long are you gonna be here? Oh, we're gonna be here for another month, But we were just enjoying. We were young. We were enjoying life, and we just stressed out. And just prayed about it, and to be successful. So sometimes you got to take that, whatever comes your way, make it happen. It's a blessing that things happen for you. So enjoy life, enjoy that blessing. Pray about it, make that move, and go ahead on and go to the next level. Whether it's in school, same thing was going to school. You could be in high school 1 minute, and then you're graduating. You're not sure what you're going to do. You got the upper bound program. You go and visit the different colleges. I encourage young people to do that. You have an opportunity to go to different colleges during the summertime for the upper bound program. It's a great program to HBCUs colleges, and just to see what it's like. See what it would be like to be on the campus. With your peers, and then make that choice where you want to go to school. And I think that's great for young people to get involved with it, and for a new start, selecting a great college to go to, wherever it may be, and but they never get that chance.
Or, if college ain't for you, have a trade. These people, and I know this past week there was a big shakedown with the stocks. Yeah. But listen, folks are making money hand over fist being, involved in trading and stocks. And so find what works for you. Honestly, it doesn't make sense to go and get $150,000 to $200,000 in debt for school. Right. Have some backing. Okay. I'm speaking from a person who did that. Okay. I appreciate the doors that have opened for my credentials. But truth be told, sometimes there's other options available. Yes, I had scholarships.
Yeah.
But to attain my personal goals, it took a lot more than the scholarships. Mm-hmm. And I'm thankful for my journey. But in wisdom, I will share that, hey, if you're able to accomplish a clear path towards success another way, a legal way, let's put that out there. I ain't trying to tell you to go out and sell drugs and all of that, okay?
Right.
But I'm just saying, if you can do something, you can go into the services, you can become an entrepreneur, you can open up your own business. There's a lot you can do, and it doesn't require that you get into thousands and thousands of dollars of debt to do so, to still be successful. But if college is your thing and you can get a free ride all the way up and out, hey, do that. I'm never going to discourage anybody from going to school, but I just want to say that some people say, oh my God, I just barely get through high school. I hate it. Well, find out what works for you. Don't just give up on the ideal of being successful altogether. School is just one avenue towards success, and I think even as a parent, we've got to stop trying to drill that into our kids' head. And I might be in a minority on this, and it's okay. But quit drilling into their head. You're going to go to college, and you're going to finish, and you're going to bring me all A's, and blah, blah, blah. And that's great because, I was self-driven. I had parents who supported whatever I wanted to do. I didn't have nobody saying, you better do this, and you better do that. But you have people who are pointing to, they're stressing children out, because they're living vicariously through the children because they themselves didn't make those choices. So somebody in this family gonna do it. And okay, so I'm not here to judge. I'm just saying there's other options towards success. Before we end our conversations of the soul, I wanted to also just touch on the part of leveling up spiritually. Like, we should be on a path towards a greater awakening spiritually. We may have to have a full conversation, part 2 of this at a later time. But you guys, what are your thoughts about, a spiritual awakening and becoming leveled up?
Yeah, I really like that, what you're saying. I also voucher that we have a part 2 to this because it's really critical because, even if a person never went to church before, if your parents, raised you, most likely they raised you from a biblical perspective, you know what I mean? With those beliefs. I wished, honestly, that church was more like a school setting or like a college, depending on how high you want to grow spiritually, Dr. Kiki. First, we start off at elementary. You only be in elementary for about 6 years. Now we're going to move on up to junior high and then high school. And those that want to get to the deeper teachings of the kingdom of God, that's the college, the mastery level, because not everybody wants a master degree. But Jesus, I'm telling you, it's more than what the masses are learning about Jesus. They're learning the outer things. They're learning about his miracles. They're learning about what Jesus said, and they're being motivated by that. But if you notice, Jesus never spoke directly about the kingdom of God to the masses. He only spoke directly about the kingdom, or I even say indirectly about the kingdom, to his disciples. Not everybody that goes to church is a disciple of Christ. I've learned, because we don't use church as a school, you can become committed to church and not committed to your own spiritual growth. Because why? We are so used to doing things for Jesus or God or serving God that we forget that we're supposed to grow up as well. We're here to grow. I don't know if anybody really understands that. We're here to grow. We're not here just to serve. We're here to grow. And through your growing, you can serve from any level that you're on. So I think we must be more committed into growing spiritually by taking ownership of our lives and looking like Jesus did. He always looked to the Father. He didn't look to the preacher. He didn't look to the priest to help him. In fact, Jesus was so committed to his growth, the church kicked him out. But that's for a whole nother subject. Come on.
Ah,
But at the same time, he grew so much, he didn't see nobody sick, because he grew in his evolution saying, wait a minute, you may be sick with palsy, you may be sick with the fever, you may be sick with this disease, but I am a Father I one. I don't see you that way. I see you whole. So according to your faith, be it unto you. So he just knew from his perspective that you weren't sick, because there was no sickness when you walk in the true light of who God called you to be. Sickness can't stay. In fact, darkness can't stay. So if we want to see a change in the world today, grow up and let your light shine. But this is for, we need more time, Dr. Kiki.
I'm telling you. We are definitely going to pull this into our next week conversation. You know,
okay. Yeah.
Absolutely. Mr. Carlyle, was something you wanted to add on the spiritual part?
Well, in growing up, it's just like an infant, you know. I mean, and you start off in Sunday school, you know. I mean, just like every class in Sunday school was a level up, you know, a different level. Right. You know, you got the young people, and then you go up to, you know, to the youth department. Then you go up to the adult class, and each class you had a different teacher that was more stronger in the Lord, you know. And then we get to adult class, then the teacher would be either the deacon, you know, or one of the assistant ministers.
Right.
So you would learn each step in. I know that's how we were brought up in our church, you know, in our Bible studies and things like that in Sunday school. And it was a different level every time we had that growth. And it was something that I really enjoyed, you know, and during the summer, you know, vacation Bible school.
Right.
That was some fun times, you know, having vacation Bible school and things that we learned during that time. It was as a total different surroundings, and I mean, we used to go outside more, you know, just do things differently during the summertime, you know, at vacation Bible school than we did in the church, you know, being on Sunday mornings. So each time it was a spiritual growth, you know, that was implanted in me that I truly enjoyed, you know, coming up of age now that a lot of kids just, they don't have that now. You know, I feel sorry for them because they're missing out on good teaching, and some of them don't even want that. You know, they don't even want to sit in church service. They hear the preacher speak for a half an hour, you know, so their mindset is totally different, you know. But just in closing, you know, we want to have everybody to just consider, you know, pulling somebody up as they go, you know, as they grow, you know, in life, and just go to the next level, you know, level up.
Yeah. So we are definitely going to continue this conversation next week. But I want to say, and we can talk about it next week, you know, everybody can't go to your next level. So we need to talk about that because there is this expectation that you made it. Why don't you go back and and help your great grandniece? I mean, whatever, whoever, because they could benefit from everything and blah blah blah. Everybody can't go to your next level with you.
They can't grasp it.
You've got to be in constant prayer about that. Like
That's true.
what you've worked for and prayed for and sacrificed for and took up and took down and ooh, somebody else to get there and mess it up for you in one day. So
Mhm.
we're going to talk about this next level thing. This is the truth. This is real. This is real life.
Yes.
And sometimes we're not prepared because sometimes doors just swing open and we walk in like, oh my God. We don't know anybody who's been in that pathway before or know how to even tell us what to say or do. So we're going to talk with you. And I'm not professing to think that I've made it to the next level at all. I'm just having fluid conversations because as doors open for you and you and we want you to even just think about some of the things that we're sharing, because it might be that you might need a mentor. You might need to um, pay somebody to assist you in certain respects. So we're going to talk about it. This is serious, because we've been saying this is our year, right? Or it's time to level up, or it's next level thinking, and so on and so forth. And when those things happen because we have what we say, then what? What do we do now? Okay. So, guys, if you'd like to let people know how to reach out to you, how to contact you, please do.
Yes, I am a professional coach. I'm a life purpose, intuitive career coach. Currently, I'm getting my website rebranded as we speak, but for now, you can always reach me at lifecoachkanderson@gmail.com. Again, that's lifecoachkanderson at gmail.com. And you can reach me at area code 980 272 8287. Again, that's 980 272 8287. Or you can reach me by social media. On Facebook, I'm just, my name is Kendall Anderson. Instagram, you can hit me at Coach Ka. That's Coach KA underscore 569. Or you can hit me on Twitter as my name again is Kendall Anderson.
And you can reach me, Mr. Carlyle, at Instagram. You can hit me up Instagram, follow me there. I am Mr. Carlyle. You give me a call at 470-418-7277. Follow me Facebook, Carlyle E. Williams. That's Carlyle. Middle initials E. Williams, Williams. And just follow us. And with all the information we got coming up with shows, fashion shows, we got some interesting things coming up this year with show here in Atlanta, May 15th at the DoubleTree Hotel. Tickets are available now. They're $20 in advance. That's May 15th at the DoubleTree by Hilton Hotel at the airport. And for more information, you can give me a call. Also, on that note, stay in touch with us with other things coming up this year.
Awesome. Listen, I'm amongst royalty. It's a pleasure to be on the set with both you powerful, amazing kings every week. I am Dr. Kiki Michelle. And I just say I'm a child of God. Got some wonderful things that we're working on. Please check out my website. I am kikimichelle.com. Instagram, I am Kiki Michelle. That's KIKIMICHELLE. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. It's all the same handle. If you are in need of um, any type of business services, grant writing, you need a turnkey operation open, I am your go to person. And additionally, I also assist with coaching, counseling, working to assist you to get through life. So feel free to reach out. May God continue to bless you. I want to give a huge shout out to Boss Television Network
Yes.
for all their great and amazing opportunities to even just be on their platform. We're gearing up for a meet and greet to see other people who are on the network coming up in a couple of weeks. And guys, please stay safe. You know,
and congratulations on your nomination. Yes, congratulations on your nomination, Dr. Kiki Michelle, Secretary Williams.
Congratulations.
I got 30 letters in my name.
I know, right?
Tell us all about your nomination.
Yeah, so I was nominated from the Gospel Music Choice Awards. This will have been my third year nominated. So I'm thankful for someone thinking of me. From my heart, I like to say thank you. Whether I win the award or not, it's just a beautiful thing to be thought of and to be nominated. So I'll have more information as time goes on, what that platform is going to do. In terms of the music, I've also been contacted about being on tour this year. So they're working out the logistics of it. And I'm excited about the opportunities. I am. It's God opening doors. But I want to say this, and I mean it. If this big monster hadn't cleared up and COVID is still lurking, I'm going to have to gracefully bow out. So I just want everybody to be safe.
And we also want to say thank you. And if you're down in the Tampa area for the Super Bowl this weekend, we're on a billboard down in Tampa. Our business, we're on a billboard with the cosmetic company.
Niche Cosmetics.
Yes.
Love it.
Yes.
I love it.
And we're very excited about that. A big billboard right down the street from the stadium. If you're traveling south, headed to the stadium for the Super Bowl, look to your right. You may see our picture up there as well. You know, so we're excited about that. You know, and just people just saluting us and letting us be a part of it. Because we sure ain't had no $5,000 for no advertising, but but it was just a blessing, you know.
Janelle and her awesome team.
Yes.
Niche Cosmetic is believed from the UK, but if you're going to hear about Niche Cosmetics, it's all natural, so it's making headway. So we want to wish them the best and thank them. There is
Press, magazine.
There's a new magazine coming out. Believe it'll be on the 15th. It'll be available. Yeah. We have articles in that magazine. Jody Watley is on the cover. It's just an amazing time. So I am so super just thankful, appreciative, grateful, humbled, and you know,
to include us.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. Yeah. So for everybody who's doing great things or you know, venturing out, we salute you. And I've been getting praise reports and testimonies of people who have, you know, they're making some things happen, and they're just grateful, and I'm grateful for them too. So.
I thank everybody that's checking in and viewing our broadcast and right now, and people just enjoying, you know, our weekly broadcast, what we've been doing on Wednesday. You know, Dr. Kiki Michelle's been on Wednesday. Also, check out the Bible study. And
biblical inspiration.
Yes. So, you know, follow us there as well. Shout out to our family members, everybody that's out there that's supporting us, and just want to say hello and salute to my sister who just retired after 42 years of doing hair. She's closing a shop up, and we've been in business for 80 years, hair salon in Hampton, Virginia. And we just salute her and continues. She's going to be still teaching at the barber and hair college. She'll be still teaching as well. You know, which is less stressful when you gotta have
and
that.
You're retired, boo. Do you, boo?
Yes, we love it. You know, and we just want to encourage her to keep on keeping on. You know, she just turned 70 years old to keep it rolling like that. Is all good.
Yes, she's able to retire on her own terms.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. God is good.
Congratulations, yes.
So,
powerful.
Congratulations, and you guys remember to stay lifted.
Yes.
You know, it's a million things you can get down about. Just find something.
And check on your loved ones up there in the New York area, all in the areas that having all this snowstorm, and everybody that's you know, it's like 7 inches of snow plus now, you know, and it's going to, another storm is heading up there in the northeastern area. Check on those loved ones, because, you know, for someone to be homeless at this time, it's not a good look, you know, and just check on anyone that you know of in the area, all your elderly and your cousins. Just give them a call and say, are you all right? Are you okay? You know, because it could be you.
Amen. And on that note,
yes,
thank you so much for tuning in to Conversations of the Soul. May you continue to be blessed in everything that you do along life's journey. Bye.
Peace.
Blessings.